All right, welcome to the Wiley Manager 3-minute crash course on managing conflict. Bob, walk us through this topic here today. What are we going to tell folks in 3 minutes or less?
All right, well, we're going to talk about why you should care about this as a manager, when you need to act, how to focus on the behaviors rather than the people involved, about being self-aware yourself as a manager, and finally what you need to do to move forward.
All right, so who does? Why should we care, Bobby? I don't care. Just let them figure it out and fight. I don't care.
Well, that could be good, but managers, there was a survey done earlier in 2011 that said that managers spend 16% of their time dealing with conflict. So there's a considerable cost to your organization if you don't deal with this. So if for no other reason, you need to deal with it because it's expensive, Jed. So.
All right. And the first step is understand when you should and when you should not act, I guess.
Yeah, well, you need to decide, if two people are having a disagreement at the water cooler over a coffee cup, you just don't need to be involved in this as a manager. Having said that, if it's something that's going to affect morale or productivity, or it's going to lead to, if there's any potential for harassment or violence in the workplace, then you need to act as a manager top speed.
So unless they're smacking each other over the head with that coffee cup, you can stay out of it.
You're probably okay. Yep.
All right. The other suggestion you wanted to talk about is making sure you focus on behaviors and not on the people.
Yeah, you certainly need to deal with the behavior, but if you start going out after people, you're going to have a problem. If people feel they're under attack, they're going to respond accordingly. So deal with the behavior. So don't talk about, Jed, I don't like you. I don't like it when you do this is quite a bit better. Make sure that those examples you use are observable and measurable wherever possible.
All right, and you also wanted to suggest that even if the conflict doesn't directly involve you, as the manager, you're going to get pulled in.
Yep.
And you need to be self-aware about how that conflict is affecting you, and self-aware about your preferred responses during conflict.
Yeah, you bet. So the more that you're aware inside of how, if you're being emotionally compromised, if you're becoming angry or otherwise emotional, if people are pushing your buttons, if you can be well aware of that, and better yet, anticipate that happening in advance, you're far more likely to get an outcome that you like.
All right, and lastly, moving forward, getting beyond the conflict and moving beyond it. How do we do that?
Yeah, we need to make sure that something different happens as a result of this conflict. So something's going to be different in the future than it was in the past. So you need to figure out what that is. You need to make sure that everybody else understands what's going to be different as well.
All right, cool. Well, we'll leave the 3 things for the full-length version of the podcast. If you have more interest in learning more about this topic area, please join us at wileymanager.com and download the full-length version of Managing Conflict. Right on. Well, I look forward to talking to you at more length on this topic in a few minutes, Bob. Thanks.
All right. See you next time.